the way. Had he had a teammate showing up to maybe block a path or just soak up some of that damage, he might have been able to get that thing home. But at this point, you know, the red team able to finally shut him down.
This is a big mistake from GWC. That was GWC chasing out the flag carrier, getting the frag, and instead of returning to the base, he just went, oh, what the hell, I'm halfway there anyway, and he just pushed in for the attack. But that could be really dangerous. That can rob your base of that kind of stack for quite some time, especially if you don't have that coordinated with the rest of your team.
Yeah. So here's Noit with regen, looking for a pass. Oh, there's a nice mid-air to push Jones off. But the flag has been returned nonetheless. Nice, excellent coming attitude. And that will, you know, again, get us back to the reset. Now, you know, we are only 3 caps up. This is a offensive heavy map. It's kind of the opposite of what we saw in Troubled Waters, where in this map you can get caps in about, I think you can do it as fast as about 6 seconds if you do a double RJ and you get a lot of speed. And so, you know, we're not even at the halfway point. We're just passing it now. And so there is plenty of time for the red team to come back. The problem, though, is that we're not really seeing anything on the red offense that I find, you know, necessarily, how do I put it, challenging, I guess, for the day. So let's go take a look at GWC. Hopefully gonna try to make me eat my words here. I'm gonna go follow him. He's gonna get cut down though, and so we are gonna see both flags potentially returned. Blue flag still sitting out. 30 seconds till regen.
I don't know, but regarding the attacking stack, we haven't seen a lot of armor steals or a lot of, you know, really stacking up. Regen has pretty much been grab and go, so there's been just a lot of this kind of incessant forward behavior from both teams, really. But so far on the blue team, it's just been working out better. But SDA with the blue flag in hand, 76 health. He does have a teammate there, so this is a good time to get okay, a handoff.
Team with the stack. Now both flags have been grabbed.
A whole lot of health, but oh, this is bad.
Oh, double kill. Oh, and there's the return. And SDA is now going to be able to cut across. He's going to be chased by LG. No help in the center until it comes in too late. GWC, as likely a fresh spawn there, is able to get the frag, but it's all too late. The hopes to get this thing home were dashed until Spark showed up with regen, and he's got a clear path here. And oh, he gets cut down before he could get past the jump pad, but there it is. He got a little bit of help. ID is able to go get one final shot off at Sparks, but he has enough in order to pull him down and get that first cap for the red team. So, you know, just kind of constant pressure was able to kind of bring it in, but they had to basically put together 3 different flag runs in order to finally get the defense weak enough where that kind of, you know, basically pummeling capture was possible.
Absolutely, and this is one of those things where, oh, nice one, Sparks. Oopsie. But just like Duel, especially on a map like T9, you know, if you just keep going aggressive and you just keep, you know, putting that pressure on and not letting up, you will get a frag eventually. But you might give up a lot in the process of doing so.
Yeah. That being said, though, it looks like the red team did not really pay for that pressure, so I'm wondering if, you know, if they find themselves with another situation where they can do something similar, they might want to attempt it. Looks like SDA is going to get shut down as he enters the blue base. You know, we haven't really talked that much about Blue's D, but clearly they've been doing a pretty good job as they've been able to keep at least 2 flags more home than the red team. Here's GWC doing a little bit of back and forth with Jones coming up and landing a nice rocket, but there is help. See, and here's the difference. GWC has help when he needs it, and he's clear across center. There's even more help for him, 47 health,
nice.
But he is through. Yeah, and it's all because he had teammates entirely along the way to give him a hand to stuff any aggressors into a corner and apply pressure on them so they couldn't focus on getting that flag back. SDA probably won't get very far here. And he doesn't have help in the center. There he goes. He gets cut down. There's the return. Regen also in hand for Norwich as he goes back. 3-2 though.
Yeah, you saw enemies exiting out and coming in high in mid. So having those 2 teammates there, that saved his ass. Period.
Yeah. They need to put that together one more time. and it'll be a nice tied game. They've got plenty of time to do it. There's no need to rush for anything. And it looks like they're going to try to shut down Sparks. Ooh, Sharks will shut down Noit instead.
Sparks grabbing red armor. And again, looking at the KDRs, this has been a really high fatality match. But Sparks now, with that one red armor, is going in straight, going in fast. And he might be pushed out of this pretty quickly. He's already eaten a rail. But he does get the steal on Mega Health, and that's actually really big at this point. But 2 does have the flag, only 29 health though. Sparks is going to manage to not totally flub up that rocket jump. So we do see a double.
Oh, that's a nice move. Back over to 2. He's going to get cut down, but we're going to see a grab immediately. ID is there just in the nick of time. His Mega will not be up for some time, and so he's running around with 66 and about 107 after those shards. That being said, though, very weak. The other
for
carrier.
All of that action, yeah, I mean, Sparks, by the time 2 was dead, Sparks was already in base. He was already stacking up. He does eat a rocket there, but he's going to be all right. He's going to be able to get a med kit now and be able to, well, he's going to be waiting here for a red for a little while. This could be potentially disastrous.
Actually, it's not that bad since he has a med kit. It basically would take a direct rocket to, actually no, he had 9 armor, so he was fine no matter what. And now he's actually in a really good position because he has that red. He knows that at least for the next 20 seconds or so, he's not going to be attacked by a blue aggressor. Like, he knows that that guy he just hit with a rocket doesn't have the armor, right? So he actually didn't need to be as cautious as he is being, but I understand why. Let's go take a look. The other carrier, still sitting pretty. ID is quite strong here with 200 and 135. Back over to Sparks, getting pressured a little bit. There's a little bit of a teamwork.
Okay. Yeah, Sparks was sitting on his own for a second, finally had a teammate come in, and being here, he'll be in a good position to LG off anyone who comes in. There's the red armor grab, there's a fish in the water, 2's going to be eaten down. So Sparks has still got a really good stack here, and he's been able to take down most of his aggressors, even though they keep coming pretty consistently, but obviously they're not stacking up in order to do so. So Sparks is going to be the guy having that advantage until there's like a 2-man rush or more.
Well, if we take a look at the clock, I mean, it's definitely running down. We've got less than 4 minutes to go, and so if the blue team is able to muster this cap, they probably have it in hand, because by the time this cap happens, since we're seeing pretty solid stacks all around, yeah, there it is. Sparks will defend himself. ID still looking strong. Yeah, I think we need to see a shift here because we are seeing 2 people back on D, the flag carrier plus Jones. And I'm wondering if they need to change that up in order to get that flag out of Sparks' hands. That's a nice pair of rails, though. Noit, that's 3! And so actually Sparks, for the first time, is weak. He still has a med kit, but he's going to go take the red armor route. That LG is gone, so that's why he's not going through that portal. Because that lightning gun being gone means potentially dangerous things.
Regeneration.
Well, he hands off the regen.
It does look like regen's
but it doesn't matter. Look at that ambush.
Oh my god.
Wow.
That had to be perfectly coordinated to happen there. We do see an immediate pickup, but now that's going to be 4 on 2. And I think blue team is going to be looking really strong here. Sparks held out for a long time, but holy crap, they just came out of nowhere. They rappelled down through the glass ceiling, took down Sparks, and that is going to give them the game unless something completely ludicrous happens.
Yeah, I mean, it is possible to bring 2 caps back, but we're about to hit the 18-minute mark. 2 minutes left. Again, possible, but the D that we've been seeing out of this blue team, I mean, we haven't really been calling out as much as possible. It's sort of Jones doing his rail thing, currently shooting at 60%, has only 5 impressives, but this is not one of those maps where you can necessarily sit center when your goal is to keep the flag home. Now, if that wasn't necessarily his role, then he could sit center and have fun with rails. But that being said, here's GWC trying to get out, and he actually takes kind of a weird. He kind of hits the pillar and gets stuck. That's an amazing frag by Sparks.